Hi everyone, welcome back to my sewing studio. Today I have a quick tutorial for you on how to add a silk ribbon flower to your smocking. Now I used this technique to make the poinsettias on this poinsettia smocked Christmas ornament, and today I'm going to show you how to do that. You can find the pattern for the ornament in my smocked Christmas ornament book, and of course I'll have the links for that to this below in the description. But if you are new to my channel, let me introduce myself. I am Lisa, the owner and designer of Pink Holly Bush Patterns, a sewing line of patterns for children's clothing, most of which include an option for smocking and most of which are designed for knits. But I also sew for myself and my 2 adult daughters. So here on my channel, while we discuss smocking a lot, we also cover all aspects of sewing. But today we are talking about smocking, and in particular, how to do a silk ribbon flower on your smocking. So without further ado, let's dive in and let me show you how to do this.
Hi everyone. So this is just going to be a quick video so I can show you how to do the poinsettia flowers on the poinsettia ornament. So in case you're not familiar with working with silk ribbon, let me show you how to do that. So I have a piece of the 4mm silk ribbon, and I'm using my number 22 chenille needle. So I'm just going to tie on in the back of this window, and I'm going to tie on right in the middle there and right in the middle of one of the pleats. So I'm just taking a slight little stitch through the back, and then to knot the silk ribbon, what you're just going to do is just go through the actual ribbon just like that. That's all there is to it. And then we'll pull that down all the way tight. All right, now at the very center of the window is a valley. But if you come up in the valley, because the silk ribbon is as wide as it is, it really distorts the pleats. So we're not going to do the stitches from the valley out. Instead, I'm going to come up, and I think you can see the pleating thread there. So I'm right in the center horizontally, and I'm coming up in the left center pleat. Okay, hope that makes sense. And when I graphed the ornament, and did the graph for this, I actually graphed, if you look at the way the lines are on the graph, that is how I'm stitching this. So I'm coming up in the very top of the center pleat, and for my first stitch I'm going to go over 2 pleats and diagonally, and I'm just going down, straight down, splitting the silk ribbon and going straight down through the ribbon. And you try not to pull it all the way tight, because you want it to have that little I don't know what you want to call it, but it creates kind of a pointed effect at the very top. Now I'm going to come up, and you want to come up again as close as possible as where you were last time, but again, because of the silk ribbon and the thickness of it, I'm not really coming up in the exact same hole, but I'm coming up right next to it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, go over 2 pleats and go down diagonally through the ribbon. Having a little trouble kind of going through the top of the pleat, and of course the camera's in my way too to see what I'm doing here. I'll go that way. Okay, my ribbon's stuck on there. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to come over, so switch pleats. You can see I'm coming up in that right hand side center pleat, and I'm going to do the same 2 stitches going over and going down in 2 pleats over. Okay, there's one. And of course, there we go. Kind of got hard there because I tried to, I came up too much in the ribbon on the back. So again, I came up in this pleat and we're going over and I'm going down. And you also, if you want, you know, you can give a little extra ribbon, push a little bit more to, it doesn't have to lie flat against it. It can also puff around a little bit. All right, so there's my 4 basic ones. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm coming up in the right hand pleat again, and I'm going to do a 3rd one. So this time I'm going to cross the valley, the center valley, and I'm going to make this one go over just 1 pleat and go down. By doing that, I'm kind of pulling those pleats together. Of course, you can also back smock the windows. That will help pull everything together. After you're done, I would back smock after you've done the ribbon so you don't have that stitching on the back getting in your way. And now I'm going back to the left hand pleat, coming up there, and I'm going to go cross the gap again and go over just 1 pleat. Okay, and there's my ribbon poinsettia. Now to tie off, I'm just taking a little stitch through the back, and I'm actually pull it tight there and pierce. I'm going to go through a second time, but I made sure to pierce the ribbon. Okay, and then just clip it. All right, to add the French knot, I'm back to my number 7 darner, and I have 3 strands of just the gold DMC floss. I've knotted it. I'm just going to come up here in the center, and again, I'm not really coming up in the valley. I'm actually going to, well, maybe I am in the valley. You want to use this to pull, kind of pull your poinsettia together. So I'm setting my work down. I'm going to wrap the needle twice and then go back down right where I was. And I'm using 3 strands, as I said, because I want a pretty hefty French knot to show up with that silk ribbon. Now I know there's a debate whether to wrap the needle once or twice. My great aunt taught me to do it. Great Aunt Florence taught me to do it, wrapping it twice. So that is how I do it, and there's no debating that. So there's my French knot. You can add more than 1 French knot if you want. I think this little one over here I have 2 in there, or this one I have 2, just depending on how it looks. So that is how you do the poinsettia. So happy smocking.